Hey Zeus, this is a quick demo video for you for your custom etched flagship. I'm pretty proud of this guy. I've recently just got into etching. It's something that I love. I love installing. You know, I got to do both of those on this guy. So, you know, thank you for liking it enough to purchase it. And let's go over it a little bit. I did this entire thing in a Darth Vader theme. So on one shroud here, if you can see, I've got Darth Vader kind of holding his hand up like this, right? Death Star here. I did make the border on it, but purposely made the border a little rustic, right? So it's not a straight line. I really just wanted to go kind of dark side on this guy. And then over here, you can see the words. This is the Sith code. I'm not going to read that to you, but when you get it in person, it's very easy to read. So all the words came out very nicely. And then on the handle, I put both Anakin and Darth Vader. So if I start here and start spinning it this way, you can see Anakin right there, and then it kind of fades into Vader right there. And then the background is just like some doorways and paneling off of the Death Star, which I thought was pretty cool. And then I just put some TIE fighters down here on each of these nubs, right? I do have a little bit of writing coming across here and then finishing here. It says fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and then at the bottom it says hate leads to suffering. So if I could just spin that for you real quick, and hopefully you can see that. In person though, these words came out perfectly. So that's what we've got for the etch. Also, one thing I will point out that you'll notice one shroud here is down and one is up. I etched those on purpose to give it kind of an abstract feel. Up being for, you know, good or the Anakin part of the handle, and then the downside being the dark side for the Vader half of the theme. So that was my reasoning on that. And then the Imperial logo here, and then another Imperial logo right here. But so that's all for the etching. Let's go over the install. So I gave you your activation button right here. That's your activation. And then I actually have a mini tactile switch on the other side right here for your auxiliary. Opens up like this. You do have a CFX with neopixel install here. So here's your board, CFX board, access to your SD card, and then right here, of course, you've got the OLED screen that you're asking for. This is a removable battery system, so your battery goes right here. The spring is your negative side, and then your positive is up towards the speaker. You have a 28mm bass speaker from KR Sabers right here. I bought this through Saber Bay on Etsy. I go through Justin for most all of my parts. Actually, he's a really good guy. So one thing I will tell you about this board, every time I use this chassis that involves the OLED screen, the board's just a really tight fit. There's a lot of wires underneath this guy. There's not a whole lot of room for clearance when I'm putting this on. And I do make these boards a press fit. I don't like to glue them down because you probably need to pop this up if you ever wanted to get to your SD card. So it is a tight press fit. It takes a little bit of effort to get it in there. If you ever do pop your board up to get to your SD card, just remember, be patient when you're putting it back in because it does need to go in a certain way and even on both sides when you press it down. So that being said, you do have also some stock neopixels in here. So these will light up even when a blade is not present in the hilt. So let's put a battery in.
You do have a great many things to explain.
And you can see your your OLED screen is working there. We're going to turn it on real quick so that you can see that's working. All good there. So now you can see that's working. We're going to throw the pommel on it. Try to keep it in the camera. I'm still getting used to this camera setup. So before I put a blade in, I just have this little test blade. It does take a 1-inch diameter blade. but I want you to see that the LEDs are working in the pins here. So we'll turn it on with this guy.
You do have a great many things to explain.
Sounds really good. Then you wake it up. LEDs are working. Nice shine through on your shield. You do have a blade retention screw, which is right here. So we're going to loosen that up, get that out of the way. I'll put in the test blade. You'll feel it bounce up and down on those pins, so you know, just press it down firmly and then just lock your set screw in place. You don't need to bite too hard on it, you know, just give it a little bite. I'll turn this light off. And then we will turn it on.
You do have a great
It will go to
many
sleep
things to explain.
if you haven't turned it off or turned it on in a while. So that was just it waking up again, but here we go. Smooth swing. Flash on flash. Tap your auxiliary button here for blade lockup. Hold it for, I'm sorry, that was for blaster deflex. Hold it down for blade lockup. If you ever want to change your effects on your blade, hold your auxiliary button and twist your wrist, but then keep this button held down until you hear this.
Spectrum. Blade profile.
Now you can let go. Now you can twist your hilt slowly. Every time you hear it click, it's a different blade profile. So we could try to find a solid one just for video purposes. That's pretty decent right there. It's still a little unstable, but good enough. Here, just tap the button when you're happy with it. And it will turn it off, and then it will remember that effect when you turn it back on. Now to change color, hold down your auxiliary and twist your wrist and then let go.
Spectrum.
Let go. Now you can twist the hilt again to pick whatever color you want. But I'm going back to red because this is a Darth Vader hilt. I hope that you like it. I hope that it's unique. I personally haven't seen anything done like this. So that's why I wanted to do it. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's one of a kind because, you know, I spent a lot of time coming up with this. So that is your hilt, sir. Just a little more. So that is your hilt. Thank you very much.